No, don't be too scared. Oh, I know. Oh, I know we scared you. We scared you. Look at this scared puppy. And Jackson's so scared. Oh my god, everyone is just terrified. Okay, this went from like maybe a scare to like there's just puppies. Today I am going to talk about my top 5 Halloween rewatch every year movies. So some of these are in true Halloween fashion, scary, haunted, horrors, and some of them are just like old nostalgia pieces. So I want to know what your favorite Halloween horror movies are in the comments down below, and here are mine. Okay, so the first movies are the Halloween Towns. Are you kidding? Did you grow up in the 90s or early aughts? Because if you did, you have seen these movies, and if you have seen these movies, then you understand their appeal. They are so cute. They're like creepy for the age range that they were intended to be for. They're just good-ass movies, and my friends and I, most Halloweens have a rewatch marathon, as you should, except for the college one because the recast was weird and it was just unnecessary and kind of fucking rude. But also, I think the third one was the best. The high school one, loved it. I loved the consistency up until then of the characters. It was very nice to see. And, the grandma, Maggie. This I did a review on last year, and it is Haunted. It came out in 2019, and this movie, it has become something that I rewatch for Halloween because I did that so far this month, and it's a good movie to rewatch. It takes place in a haunted house attraction. So a group of kids or young adults go into this haunted house, and it is in the middle of nowhere. It is so creepy, and it kind of plays on all of our fears that like this shit is real. If you haven't seen it yet, it is really good. It is on, I think Shudder has it, so if you want to check that out. There's also a couple of like really claustrophobic moments, which I really like. Like I can't do a whole movie of claustrophobic moments, like those ones where you're down in the ocean in a cage or whatever. Those are just too much. But when there's moments of claustrophobia and you're just kind of like, oh my god, what are they gonna do? I love that. Trick or Treat, this came out in 2009 and it has since become a classic in the horror genre. It features essentially the Lord of Halloween, or, you know, the demon of Halloween, the deity of Halloween. And he is just the cutest little monster you ever did see. And he basically enforces the rules of Halloween through this anthology series that all kind of ties together. And it is scary, but it's also just a really well-told story. So if you're not scared, you're at least entertained because the acting is great. You have some recognizable actors in there throughout, and then you have some new faces. It's just a really, really good movie, and I definitely recommend checking it out. It's a great Halloween rewatch. Okay, the last two are movies that you need to watch intoxicated because if you do, you are gonna have the absolute greatest time. This one is strictly not a Halloween movie. It literally has nothing to do with Halloween, but it is the most ridiculous movie, and if you're kind of tired of the Halloween genre and you just want something to throw on and die laughing at, Bad Milo. It's about a demon that comes from your asshole. Literally. It's like, you know, remember the movie Teeth? It's like that, but like a comedy, because Teeth was not a comedy. It's a comedy horror, and it is just freaking ridiculous, and you need to watch it. It's one of those movies that you just have to experience. Okay. We're done with that, please. And then the last movie, I watched this 2 days ago with my boyfriend for the first time. I was heavily intoxicated, and I cannot tell you a movie that I have ever laughed harder at. It is, I really need to rewatch this sober just to see if I still like it or if it's one of those movies that you can only watch when you're like not sober. But I swear to God, there were so many moments when I looked up at him and I'm like, do you see what we're fucking watching? Like, what is happening? And that is the Fun House Massacre. This movie follows a group of escaped psychopaths, and the fact that like when you read the description of this movie, it's like the most horrifying, terrifying sociopaths in the world. And then you look at what some of these people did to end up in this like a mental institution and you're like, no girl. no, like this is not the level, this is not the top, you know what I mean? Like people have done crazier shit, and there's like even a line where they're like, you know, you got like the Gacy's and all these other crazy serial killers, those are just the ones that are famous, these are the ones that no one heard of, and it's like, no, my dude, this is not that at all. So essentially what happens is these psychopaths escape from the mental institution, and then they take over a haunted house that is dedicated to them. I mean, tell me a better concept. It is so ridiculous. The characters in it are so fucking funny. There are so many choices that, like, even though this is like a comedy horror, you're like, oh, that's kind of smart. Because I thought that this movie took it to a level that you would actually take it to if you were in this situation. Because my problem with Haunted was there was so many scenes where, like, if you were in this situation and what was happening in this haunted house was actually real, you wouldn't figure it out that quickly, because you would be like, oh my god, this is like so realistic, what quality we have gotten in this haunted house. It would take something dramatic to happen to be like, oh my god, this is actually fucked up. And that's what this movie does. Like, the characters play along with it. They're like, oh my god, this is crazy. The special effects of this, like, they literally see people dying around them and they're like, whoa, what quality? Like, I loved that. I love that they took this in a way that, like, people would actually do. Because if you're walking through a haunted house and then someone's sitting there, like, slashing someone's throat, you're gonna be like, sick. Like, this is crazy. I've never seen shit like this before. You're not gonna be like, that looked too real, you know? So I loved that aspect about it. It's just a really good movie and you should watch it, and you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it, but probably more if you've like had a drink or something. Those are my top 5 Halloween rewatches that I, well, either rewatch every year or have rewatched this year. So let me know your list. I also have a couple of like serious horror movies that I have added to my Amazon Prime watch list. So if you want any reviews on any horror movies, or if you have any recommendations of things that I need to watch, please let me know, because that's all I want to do this October is like sit in bed with a big bowl of popcorn and watch horror movie after horror movie after horror movie. It's all I want to do. So help me make my dreams come true and recommend me some movies, okay? But that is it, you guys. I love you so much, and I will see you in a couple days with a brand new vlog. Bye. Say, okay, bye. Okay, ready? We look, okay, bye. Okay, bye-bye. It's like I hate you. Bye. Maybe my mom will let me down this time. Okay, bye. Like, please, woman. Woman, please. Bye. We've almost had a year together, Jackson. What do you think? I adopted him almost a year ago. What are your thoughts on this? You say, meh, it's been alright. I like you, I guess. Good boy. Okay, you may go now.